Okay, this how-to video is on how to use the forum. So when you're in the main area of the community, you're going to this top bar and clicking on forum. Now I want you to watch the top of my screen because it basically opens a new tab. Now your tabs will look different to my tabs because I'm on a Mac and I'm also using Google Chrome, but you can see here that the Heart of Community is still open on this tab and I can jump from one to the other. So please make sure that you're aware of that, because when you are in the forum, there's no way for you to get back to the main community unless you're using another tab. So that will always open in a new tab, and these will look different depending on what software you're using and what browser. But when you are in the forum, it changes slightly and you end up with a forum menu. And basically how it works is we work in discussions. So we have categories and then we have discussions within categories. And once you get to the forum page, you'll see that I have set up many categories for all different areas of business. And there is an explanation there on what each category is about. You will also see how many discussions and how many comments are within each category. Now these are where people are actually talking and they're having communications with each other, or they're asking a question, and that's the forum in use. So really take a good look at this page and have a really good feel for the different categories. The very first thing that I would like you to do when you're using this forum for the first time is to scroll down and get to the general business area, general discussion area, and click on that. And when you click on that, that's going to open the general discussion category. So the category sits up the top and then all the discussions sit underneath it. Now this is our welcome and introduce yourself discussion. So this is a very good place for you to start and have a practice with the community. When you click on that welcome and introduce yourself heading, this is what a discussion looks like. It has a post where somebody started the posts, and that's me. So I've started it and I've said, welcome, please introduce yourself here. So all you need to do is come into this white box and type a message. And I'd really like to know why you're here, what kind of a business you run. Really make it interesting so that people can get a feel for who's in the community and who's doing what, and then we can really start to help each other the best. Once you've written what you want to write, you can always preview it, but you don't really need to because it's just a discussion. Please don't feel like you have to have everything perfect. If there's a typo or there's a spelling mistake, we're not going to criticize you. This is just a really nice way to have discussions. So all you need to do then is, when you've finished writing in what you want to write, is post comment. And you will see that Guest White, because that's who I'm logged in as, and that will be your name, has done a little introduction here. So it's a really nice way to introduce yourself to the community. You'll also see on the right hand side here that you've got all the categories sitting down here. So if there is a category that takes your fancy, you can jump straight to that category. For instance, money, finance and bookkeeping, let's just jump in there. There are 3 discussions that I have started in there, and they relate to articles and training that's already in the community. So if you did have a question or something, you could come in here and add it in there. So again, you could see that the category is at the top and then there is 3 discussions at the bottom. Please know that when there is more activity in the forum, that there will be a lot of discussions, and the way that you can find out what the most recent discussion is by clicking on this discussions button at the top. So when you've been in the forum for a while and you log in and you just want to see what the latest posts have been because you've actually read everything that's already in there, you just come in and you click on discussions and you'll be able to see the most recent comments and discussions that are having here. You'll be able to see if they're new or they've just been updated, and then again, if there is a specific category that you're interested in, you can click in here. Really try and use the forum as a resource center so that you can scour it and look for issues. You can do that by using this search function up here. so that if we typed in there money and say go, it would come up with the relevant discussions here that have money related topics. So it's another really nice way that you can get around the community is by searching in here. But really this discussions tab is where you're going to be most of the time, checking out the latest discussions here on the left or jumping to a category here on the right. And the numbers here will depict how many discussions are being had in that category at that one time. So that's it, nice and super easy to get around the forum. It's nice and clean, it's neat, it's easy to use, so please use it. As I said, make it your resource center and really try and have this as your little online help desk so that anytime you have a query or a question about how to run your business or a technical question, I've got all those categories in there and I can't wait to help you with your business.